All right, guys, time for another Jack rant. And if you like what you hear here, I do a show every day for an hour to 3 hours, depending on what we're talking about at thesurvivalpodcast.com. So check it out if you just found me on YouTube. But today's rant number 2. This is a new segment I'm doing on YouTube. 2 to 3 minutes on a particular topic. And today I got a prop. I got my iPad because it's the best way I know to not have to edit and be able to show you what I'm pissed off about. You see that right there? That is a sign that says no guns. I know what you're thinking. He's mad because they've banned his guns or something like that. This is Illinois, where I don't go to Illinois unless I absolutely have to, so I don't really give a shit what Illinois does anymore. I really don't care. But they have to let people carry concealed in Illinois now. I don't know if you know this. Back in 2012, a federal court said it was unconstitutional for them to completely ban concealed carry. So that was actually a win for gun rights advocates. No, that's not why I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off because the public education system is run by freaking morons. That's why I'm pissed off. And here's what that sign has to do with that. That sign's from an article. I'll put a link in it where you can go read the article. I shared this with my followers on Facebook and Twitter today. But these people at the school are concerned that there's a picture of a gun on a no guns allowed sign. Yep. Just like they were very, very concerned and suspended that kid who chewed his freaking Pop-Tart into the shape of a freaking gun. That's real too, and if you doubt it, I'll put a link in the video notes for you so you can check that out. Now, this is zero tolerance run into zero tolerance. This is a collision of big government moron ideals. Smack right into each other. That's what it is. They don't want a picture of a gun on the sign that says no guns allowed. Like the Ghostbuster symbol over the gun. The lady in the article says, you can't look at this without thinking about Sandy Hook. Well, as much as I saw Sandy Hook as a tragedy, I can look at that sign without thinking of Sandy Hook. I never thought of Sandy Hook when I saw a sign like that until I read the article where you said I can't do it without thinking about it. And this is a bigger issue. This is why today's rant is not about guns and gun control. Not at all. That's not... I have my views on that. I think shall not infringe is very obvious, but that's not what I'm ranting on today. I'm ranting on the public education system. These mental midgets are the people we trust with the education of our children. They don't want a picture of a gun on a no-gun sign. Okay? They think a kid chewing a Pop-Tart into the shape of a gun is a legitimate threat. They complained because a kid had a sign for his name like this, which was Hunter, and it looked too much like a gun, and they wanted a deaf kid to change his freaking name. And these are the people you keep telling me we need to give them bigger salaries. They need more money. Teachers are underpaid. They don't work for 3 months out of the year. They get every government holiday and every weekend off. And they're underpaid, and this is the mentality. Now, I know somebody's going to tell me, well, this is the administrators, not the teachers. Most of these administrators came up with as teachers. This is another reason to homeschool your children or look into charter schools or private schools or any option outside of the public education system. The public education system is a complete disaster. The only good news we have is I believe it's falling apart right now. I believe in 10 years the number of options for online education will be through the roof, and you won't recognize education in much of the world, certainly not America. And I think that's a good thing. I think it will improve educational standards and educational options for parents and students. But this is just another example of why we need this type of stupidity. So I want to know what you want to hear about next. A lot of you guys had questions about Bitcoin from my first rant. I'll be doing some more stuff on that here and there. I don't know if it really fits the rant, though, unless something goes crazy with it. But there were some good questions there I'll try to get answered for you to the best of my ability. Anyway, I'm not a Bitcoin expert. But what else do you want to hear about? What's in the news? What do you want to know about? Keep sending me your emails. Those of you who don't know about the show, you can email me always, jack@thesurvivalpodcast.com, and put story for Jack or article for Jack or video for Jack in it, and maybe it'll make it onto a rant or maybe it'll make it onto the show. Again, check out the Survival Podcast for more. Let me know what you want to hear in the comments below.